Shalom, shalom, Israel, coming back at you with another lesson. Lord willing, this is edifying. First off, giving all praise, all honor, all glories to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Chadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone, and all the teachers out there pushing this word in truth with truth and sincerity. May you be of the elect. Shalom to all the Akim and Akwath out there listening and learning. You Israelites, so-called Negroes, Hispanic, Native and Seminole Indians, who are the true children of Israel, as well as you speckled bird, Israelite foreigners, the Israelites that look like, act like, and take on the customs of all these heathen nations. So to you, I say shalom, and may you be of the elect. This lesson is brought to you by the spirit and the power of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Yahweh being the true name of our Father, the God of the Bible, the God of the Israelites. Bahashem meaning in the name, and Yahweh Shai being the only begotten Son of Yahweh, who the world ignorantly calls by the name of JC. This lesson is a response video to, I'll just pull up the title. Title of this video is going to be a response video to the TestifyApologetics. All right, that's the name of his handle, his channel, TikTok, right? Maybe even YouTube, I don't know. But he made this video, this short, and he used the Deuteronomy 28 and 68. All right, and trying to say that to debunk about that being the Israelites. However, you know, when you read that precept and you look throughout history, nobody else fits that. Nobody else fits these curses, man. Nobody else fits that particular precept itself except the Israelites. All right, and so without any further ado, we're going to just get into it. All right, the name of this title is Response to TestifyApologetics. Deuteronomy 28:68 fits no other nation but the Israelites. All right, this is Deuteronomy 28 and 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which Yahweh shall send against thee, in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. All right, so Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai told us if we keep messing around, we're going to find out. All right, so you can understand. We kept transgressing. All right, we kept sinning, which is transgression of the law. We kept going off. All right, matter of fact, since I said it, let's grab it. Yeah, I can get it from this. All right, 1 John 3 and 4, it says, whosoever committeth sin transgresseth also the law, for sin is the transgression of the law. And if you read in any of these other Bibles, right, for so that you may understand and put in a way that you can understand, easier comprehension, right? Even the Berean Study Bible, everyone who practices sin practices lawlessness as well. Indeed, sin is lawlessness. You see? Dwight Rames Bible, whosoever committeth sin committeth also iniquity, and sin is iniquity. So there you go. You get the understanding. So we just kept transgressing. We kept sinning, right? We kept going off. Okay? He said, and because of that, we're going to go, it says right here, therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies. So none of these people around us that surround us are our friends. They're enemies. Why? Because they're not the nation of Israel. They are not Negroes, Hispanic, Native, and Seminole Indians. These are the bordering nations. These are enemies, right? Not friends. It said, therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which Yahweh shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. Don't we got to go to all these other nations for the want of all things? Especially Esau, Edom, the self-proclaimed white man. All right. It said, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck. Now let's look into this. What is this yoke of iron upon thy neck? Web search. See if they allow it. That's not what I'm image. Imagine that. Imagine that. Yoke of iron upon thy neck. Hmm. Looks like we got some Negroes. All right. Oh. Coming off the slave ships. Ooh. Well. See how these devils do, man? They proudly display this shit. But then when it come up against them, all right, they got something to say. See these images, man? Yokes of iron across thy neck. Who else fit this, man? Yokes of iron. All right, come on, man. It don't get. Oh, now y'all don't want to show the image of roots. Imagine that. Imagine that. Don't want to show the image of roots. It's okay. Look how they proudly displayed. How they proudly display these. Man, that's all right. You know what? Fuck y'all. I'm gonna go to Google. Yoke of iron across neck. You see? That's how these devils roll, man. They proudly. It's still on display. You go any search engine, okay, is gonna show you these things, man. Huh? Who else got yokes of iron across their necks, man? Who else had to do this? I mean, you pretty much get the point. Oh, this is. Oh, they don't show the whole image. They will if you at the very top of these iron bars, they'll show you bells. What's the point of that, Deut? Why does that matter? Oh, there's one right there. Matter of fact, there you go. For y'all that just celebrated so-called Christmas, one of your favorite songs you just sang, Jingle Bells, Jingle Bells, It was a slave that ran away. He finally got caught, and they said, you know what, nigger? Just so your ass don't be sneaky again, we're going to put a yoke of iron across your neck, but in this one, we're going to have bells on the top. So when you rock or run, nigga, we can fucking hear you. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Yeah, that's where the song comes from. Go look it up. Let's get back to this lesson. All right, it says, and put a yoke of iron across our neck till we have destroyed thee. And what happened? Jeremiah 17:4, discontinue from our heritage, right? But hold on, let's get this. Deuteronomy 28:68, because this is the subject matter, right? This is the supposed debunking of the Israelites, right? Deuteronomy 28:68, and Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt again. We're going to study that word Egypt, okay? You're going to bring you into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee, right? Because we read the Deuteronomy 28:48, right? It's telling you, hey, this was going to happen, y'all. Y'all keep transgressing. This was going to happen. Here he's telling Deuteronomy 28:68, he's telling us, yeah, I told y'all that's what it is. And Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai shall bring thee into Egypt again. What? Egypt again? What you mean? When the Israelites was in Egypt, then they fled from Pharaoh with Moses, they went to the wilderness. So what they mean? Egypt again. We're going to get into that. Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. We ain't going to see our homeland ever again. And there, wherever we got put into captivity, right? And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen, captive men, and bondwomen, captive women, and no man shall buy you. No man gonna set you free. We've been here ever since, paying taxes, paying for this and that, when we the ones who got abducted and brought here. Okay? So again, we're gonna get into that word Egypt. Egypt. I like to use Exodus 20:2, but you can also find it in Exodus 13:3. Matter of fact, we're gonna do both. All right. This is Exodus 13, start at verse 1. And Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying, sanctify unto me all the firstborn, whatsoever openeth the womb, also matrix, among the children of Israel, both of man and beast, it is mine. Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai claimed all firstborns as his. Okay? And Moses said unto the people, remember this day in which came in which ye came out from Egypt, out of the house of bondage. For by strength of hand Yahweh brought you out from this place. There shall no leavened bread be eaten. Okay, so what is he telling you? He just told you Egypt means what? House of bondage. House of captivity. You see? Egypt, Mitraim. All right? It said bondage, house of bondage. Now let's look at this in the blue letter. Right? This is Exodus 13:3 in the blue letter. Wait, what the hell? Satan, boy. All right? So go into the interlinear. Egypt. Land of cots. Double straits. Which is what? What is straits? Right? Bondage. Now, bondage. Slave. Servant. Okay? Let's go into the root word of it. To work, serve. Yeah, for all those that didn't know, look at the word employment. Employment is slavery. All right, so to work, serve, to labor, work, do work. To work for another, serve another by labor. Hard labor we did. To be worked, to be tilled, to make oneself a servant, to cause, to serve. All right, you pretty much get the point. All right, enslaved, bondman. All right, and so, right. So you got that. Now let's do Exodus 20:2. This is one I usually use. Exodus 20:1, it says, "And the Most High spake all these words, saying, I am Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, thy power, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. See? Thou shalt serve no other gods before me." And guess what? We did just that. Right? So, again, kept going off. What other nation has done these things? What other nation has gone into captivity, all right, by their power, okay, and is going to be redeemed in the end? I've never heard any other nation about these prophecies. Deuteronomy 28:68. Okay, again, so now we understand what Egypt means, right? House of bondage. And Yahweh, Deuteronomy 28:68, and Yahweh shall bring thee into the house of bondage again with ships. Everybody know who came off them slave ships over here in the Americas. Okay, and right after they got off the slave ships, they got put on what? Auction blocks and sold. This is common American history. They proudly put it in there because that's what Edomites do. They're proud like that. And they want everyone to know all their accomplishments. And this is exactly what they did. Okay? Now, so it's telling you, I'm bringing you into bondage again with ships. We know they came off the ships, got sold as captive men and captive women. Right? Now, this is Jeremiah 17:4. This is what happened from all of that. Jeremiah 17:4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee. What you mean? No, we still Negroes. No, we still black. No, we still African American. We still Afro American. We still Mexican. What you mean? We Puerto Rican. What you mean? No, that ain't what he called us. You were called Israelites. You weren't called these captive names, man. You weren't called these colonizer names, man. You so-called Negro, yeah, you tribe of Judah. That's what you were called before all this. You so-called Puerto Rican. No, you tribe of Ephraim. Oh, you too? Oh no, you Mexican? Oh no, you ain't Mexican. You tribe of Issachar. Yeah, you over there, Jamaican? Nah, you tribe of Benjamin. You darky one. Yeah, you right there. You just came from Haiti? Yeah, well, you tribe of Levi. Okay? And the list goes on, man. So when he come back, if you ain't calling yourself an Israelite, let alone by one of them tribes, you, what? Yeah, that ain't what he called you. So you basically said, no, I got another lover, and I'm going what my lover calls me. You were my husband, but I got another lover. I left you, and I got other lovers, and I'm gonna go what they call me. Shit, and the Lord ain't fucking dealing with you then. You see? And thou, even that, Jeremiah 17:4, and thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thine inheritance that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For you have kindled a fire in my anger which shall burn forever. Now, that doesn't mean forever and ever. All right? It was just for a season. Like any parent, any child that get on their parents' nerves or they doing something they ain't got no business doing, they might get spanked or get yelled at, right? Definitely gonna get told, get the fuck out their face. Right? Move around, go in the room, get out my face, right? This type of shit. And that's what happened. He told us, get out his face. We got put in captivity. Get out of my face for a little bit. I'm mad at y'all. I don't want to see you. Get out of my face. Like a good father would. He's angry. He don't want to see you right now. Okay? Give him some time. And then what happens with a lot of them parents when they done being angry at their child? Come here, son. Come here, girl. Sit right here. Now, you know daddy had to do that because you was out of line, right? You know daddy had to snap on you, right? You know I love you though, right? Okay, now make sure you do better, okay? I don't want to have to do it again, but I will. That's what Yahweh Shemel Shai does to us, man. Okay, he's a good father. We the ones kept messing up. we were the children kept getting out of line. Okay? All right? Jeremiah 16, and I'm going to read 9 through 15. For thus saith Yahweh of hosts, the God of Israel, behold, I will cause to cease out of this place in your eyes, and in your days, the voice of mirth, and the voice of gladness, the voice of the bridegroom, and the voice of the bride. See that? So we went from, land of Israel, peace, love, happiness. We had it all. We had it good, man. The only nation loved of all nations by the only true power. You see? And so then what happened? What happened? Verse 10. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt show this people all these words, and they shall say unto thee, wherefore has Yahweh Shemel Shai pronounced all this great evil against us? Damn, why Yahweh Shemel Shai do all this to us? Right? Or what is our iniquity? Or what is our sin that we have committed against Yahweh Shemel Shai our power? Verse 11. Then shalt thou say unto them, because your fathers have forsaken me, right? Our fathers forsake Yahweh Shemel Shai, saith Yahweh Shemel Shai, and have walked after other gods, right? Studying Kemet, studying Buddhism, Taoism, Darwinism, Confucianism, Americanism, made up. All right, but all these things are made up. If it ain't of the scriptures, it's false. If they call on any other names other than Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, it's false. All right, so we serving all these other different gods and goddesses and all this and that, right? And have served them and have worshipped them and have forsaken me. We said, no, we cool with all this. We ain't dealing with Yahweh Shemel Shai no more. We good with this, right? And have not kept my law, and ye have done worse than your fathers. For behold, ye walk every one after the imagination of his evil heart, an evil mind, that they may not hearken unto me. Therefore will I cast you out of this land and into a land that ye know not, neither ye nor your fathers. Why? Because we were in Israel. We didn't know that ain't our shit. Our stuff right here. And so we had to go get put up in all these other different nations. A land which thou knowest not, nor our forefathers, right? Nor your fathers, and there shall you serve other gods day and night, where I will not show you favor. Did we get any favor at all during captivity? Okay? Did the Negroes, the Hispanics, the Native and Seminole Indians, did they get any favor at all during any of their captivities? No. Okay? Therefore, behold, the days come, saith Yahweh Shemiel Shai, that it shall no more be said, the Lord Yahweh Shemiel Shai liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But Yahweh Shemiel Shai liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north. The land of the north. What's this place called? Of the Americas? Is there there's two parts of Americas, right? North America and a South America. The Americas. The land of the north. The land far west. Okay? And from all the lands whither he had driven them, and I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers. Now, let's read verse 15 again. I want you to specifically see something. Yahweh Shemiel Shai liveth, but Yahweh Shemiel Shai liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north. Why did he mention that first? Why didn't he just say that got all the children of Israel for all these other landmen? Why didn't he just go about saying that? Right? As he said in the second half, from all the lands whither he had driven them. Why didn't he just lead with that? Why did he specifically say from the land of the north? Because the majority of the Israelites were brought here to the Americas. They were dispersed in all the different lands, yes, of course. But the majority, the bulk of the Israelites, the Negroes, Hispanic, Native, and Seminole Indians were brought here to the Americas. Okay? And I will bring them again to the land that I gave unto their fathers. Now, you have the so-called Ish people, right? The ones that claim to be us, but they not. But they claim to be. And they've claimed their heritage the whole time. They've claimed they've known their heritage all this time. So, explain to me, you Ish people, how this prophecy here fits you. If you've always known your culture, your history, your language, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, if you've always had it intact, how do you fit this prophecy? And how in the fuck do you fit Jeremiah 17:4, nigga? If you said, right, these are your words, people, you Ish people, over in the land of Israel right now, you claimed in your own words, you have always had your history, you've always known your culture. So how do you fit Jeremiah 17:4? When were you ever discontinued from your heritage? Because I could tell you right now, you ask any of these niggas in the world, all right? Matter of fact, go ask the German man first. Go, hey, where you from? I'm from Germany. You, where you from? I'm from Switzerland. Well, you, I'm from India. What about you? I'm from China. I'm from Japan. What about you, black man? Shit, I don't know. I'm from America. That's all I know. Right. Make that make sense. Right? We the only people, the Negroes, the Hispanic, Native, and Seminole Indians, that don't know where the fuck they come from. Other than history said, we from here. We're from the Americas. Oh, but also because we're brown like the rest of them over there, we're from Africa. No, you're not. All right? Science has even proven that the so-called Africans, the Hamites, are completely different than the so-called Negro in every sense. In fact, let me show something even further. Hold fast. Everybody should have this. If they don't have it, the Bible, the Zondervan Bible Dictionary. All right? Let's see here. I want to grab something specifically. Oh, bear with me, y'all. Okay, get there. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. All right. Excuse me, y'all. I couldn't find it, but I got something else to just I'll just go with this. So we're going to go into the word Ham, all right, for the Hamites, because I mentioned the Hamites, right, the so-called Africans, because the so-called Negroes are not the same as Africans, not the same as Hamites, all right? And so when you go into the Zondervan Bible Dictionary, read about Ham, all right, it's going to tell you, it says Ham, Ham, perhaps hot, right? Ham means hot. It says the youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood, and one of 8 persons to live through the flood. He became the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negroes, but the Egyptians, the Ethiopians, Libyans, and Canaanites. His indecency when his father lay drunken, and it goes into that. But it's telling you that Ham is a progenitor of the dark races, but not the Negroes, because the Negroes are the tribe of Judah, the same tribe that Yahushua is from. Matter of fact, let me get that real quick. Right here, Hebrews 7:14 says, "For it is evident that our Lord sprang out of Judah, which is the so-called Negroes, of which tribe Moses spake nothing concerning priesthood, because Yahushua is of the tribe of Judah." Right, but the priesthood was in what? The Levites, the so-called Haitians today, right? But during the order of Melchizedek, right, all the tribes, okay, we're all allowed to serve Yahweh Shema Shai, right? So again, because and that's another thing too. You Ish people only claim to be of Levi, which you're definitely not so-called Haitian. So why do you guys deny all the other tribes? Why you only claim the one? If you're Israelites, you're gonna claim all the tribes, right? So I'm gonna keep going. Baruch 2:30 through 35. It says, "For I knew that they would not hear me." Who? You Negroes, Hispanic, Native, Seminole Indian, you stiff-necked, hard-headed ass niggas, right? "For I knew that you would not hear me, because it is stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves." So, Ish people, what captivities were you put into, and then you just said, "Ha ha, I remember ourselves. Let's get ready. Everyone, let's celebrate. Let's get our challah rolls ready." When the fuck did you ever get put in any captivity and you just remembered yourselves? Because according to what you have said, you Ish people, you have always known your culture and always known your history. So help me out here. All right. Verse 31. "And shall know that I am the Lord their God. For I will give them a heart, a mind, and ears to hear. And they shall praise me in the land of their captivity, and think upon my name, and return from their stiff neck and from their wicked deeds. For they shall remember the way of their fathers, which sinned before the Lord. And I will bring them again into the land which I promised with an oath unto their fathers Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and they shall be lords of it. And I will increase them, and they shall not be diminished. And I will make an everlasting covenant with them to be their God, and they shall be my people. And I will no more drive my people of Israel out of the land that I have given them." So, going back to that Deuteronomy 28:68. "And Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt," right? The house of bondage, again, with ships. We understand who that was. "By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again." So we see the people over in the land now. They've been there for quite some time. So are they going to be brought back to a land that they're already in, that they've already been claiming? Help me out here. Help me understand this. "Thou shalt see it no more again. And there you should be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen." When were the Ish people ever put in bondage as bondmen and bondwomen? I don't recall ever hearing that or seeing that in any news or history, other than during their little small stint with Germany, Auschwitz and such. All right. I'm not going to go any further into that, but that's pretty much that's the extent of their so-called captivity, if it were. Okay? But the captivity that the scripture is speaking about, nigga, it was a long fucking period of time. All right? Hundreds, thousands, okay? Years. All right? We've been oppressed to the point where, yeah, we destroy. We don't know nothing. We think we're Negroes, Hispanics. Right? We don't call ourselves Israelites. And then when we do, oh, the black Hebrew Israelites. The black. Come on, man. So again, when you read this, when it said bondmen and bondwomen and no man shall buy you, so what does that mean? That means we still in captivity, and that means we're the only people that need salvation, motherfucker. Okay? We got brought here. We're never gonna be set free unless Yahushua come get us. That we can go back to our own land. Duh. This don't fit nobody else but the Negroes, Hispanic, Native, and Seminole Indians, man. The only people that need salvation. So get a life there, dude. What's your name? Testify Apologetics. That weak ass argument. At least come up with some receipts or something, man. Just flying off the handle like that. That shit weak, bro. Lord willing, this is edifying, giving all praise, all honor, all glories to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elder bishops, the great millstone, all the teachers out there pushing this word in truth, with truth and sincerity. May you be the elect. Y'all better stay prayed up, man, and repent. Especially you weak-ass people like this, man. All right? Abba, Kwame, Shalom.